Hey friends, how are you? I hope you're having a great day today. I'd like to introduce you to this project. This is my drawing and watercolor painting an impressionistic landscape project that was designed especially for kids. You do not have to have any drawing or painting experience at all to be successful with this project. I will take you step by step through the whole process. I'd like to go over the supplies and the materials that you will need for this project. The first thing that you'll need is a piece of paper. I like to use a watercolor paper. If you have that available to you, go ahead and use that. You'll need some watercolor paints. You'll need a paintbrush and some clean water in a bowl or a cup. You'll need a permanent marker. Permanent means that the marker won't spread around if you apply water or liquid to it. You will need a paper towel and a mat to protect your workspace. I'm looking forward to teaching you this lesson. Let's get started. Alrighty friends, welcome to the first step of our project. What we're going to do in this step is we are going to draw our landscape, and to do that we're going to use a marker. Make sure that the marker that you use is a permanent marker, meaning that it won't get washed away if you add water to it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make the foreground. That means the area that's at the closest to us. And we're just going to draw a line. Now this line is not going to be super straight. When you think of a landscape, when you think of land, you think of it being a little bit more natural. So more of a natural line, okay? So just kind of go like this with your line. All right, on top of this line, we're going to make a small house right here in this area. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go a little bit above the line that you just made, and you're going to make an upside down V. And then you're going to make some straight lines coming down from that upside down V. Then you're going to make a line coming out the back. And then you're going to make a slanted line that kind of matches up parallel to this line right here. Now we're going to connect this area of the line to this line right here. And then we're going to come straight down like this. It's going to be a 3D little house. Right here we're going to make a little door. And if you want to put a door handle, you can do that as well. If there's any decoration that you'd like to do on this house, you can go ahead and do that now. For example, if you want to put a window on it, you can do that. You can put a window over here on this side if you'd like to. You can decorate the roof line if you'd like to. I think I might decorate my roof line. I'll just put some lines in it like this. Maybe I'll even put some more lines like this. All right, if there's anything else you'd like to add to your house, go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to make some hills in the back here. So I think what I'll do is I will go up pretty far, and then I will come down. Remember, it's not going to be super straight because it's a hill. And then maybe I'll make another hill coming up this way. All right, so it's like we have the foreground here with the house, and then we have a hill. Actually, this line from the hill, I can follow it down here. See how I did that? There's a little space down here, and I filled in that space with the line as well. Now I'm going to come back up here, and I am going to make a pretty big sun because it's going to be sunset. And I'm going to add some rays to the sun. Okay. Then I think I'm going to add some trees right here. So I think I'll maybe make some cypress trees so they have a pretty pointy top to them. I'm not going to have them all be the same size, but it'll be the same kind of tree. Maybe 3 of those. I think that would be good. Alrighty friends, so I think I'm finished with my drawing. If there's anything else that you'd like to add to your drawing, go ahead and do that. I made this drawing pretty simple on purpose, and the reason why is because when we start adding our paint in an impressionistic style, you'll see that we're going to be using a lot of different brush strokes, and we are going to be using a lot of different colors, so we don't need a whole lot of detail. Alrighty friends, in our next step we will start painting. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, in this step what we're going to do is we are going to start painting our landscape. I'm going to start at the bottom and move my way up. And what I'm going to do first, however, is I'm going to put a drop of water inside each of my pans of paint. And what this does is it softens up the paint and gets it ready for us to use. It dissolves the paint just a little bit, so the colors become more vibrant. So let me do that really quick. And then I'm going to talk about the colors on my painting that I like to use. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to use some greens, and the Italian cypress, I'm going to use some greens. For the mountains, I might use maybe blues and purples. For the sun, yellow, and then for the sky, it's going to be a sunset sky, so maybe I'll use some pinks and oranges and maybe a little bit of yellow. And then for the house, I think I'm going to leave it white. I might change my mind on it. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a red roof or a brown roof. All right, so let me get started. When you're painting in this style, impressionistic style, I would suggest doing this. You get some water, you get some paint, and then you just start making short lines like this. You start making short lines, and you go all the way through the space, and you fill your space up with these short lines. They don't have to be in a row. They don't have to be anywhere in particular. You just start filling the space with these short little lines. Alrighty friends, as you can see, I filled my space with these little lines with my light green, and all of the lines go like this. They go horizontally. They do not go up and down. They don't go around and around. They just go across, okay? After I finish with my lighter green, I'm going to move on to my darker green. I'm going to add a little bit of darker green into some of those spaces, and I'm also going to make short little lines, and I'm going to make sure that they go across. They don't go upside down. They don't go in swirls. They just go across. All right. I might add more colors on there a little bit later, but for right now I like the way that that looks. All right, now I'm going to move to my trees, and I'm also going to make those lines, those little horizontal lines. Alrighty, now that I'm finished with my grass and my trees, I'm going to move to the mountains, and I'm going to use more of a purple color, and maybe I'll add a little bit of blue in there as well. And again, I'm just going to make these little tiny lines with my paintbrush. Whoops, that's more of a blue. Oh, actually that looks pretty cool. I didn't mean to add this blue, but I really like the way that it looks. I'm going to keep it. All right, I'm going to speed up this video, and I will see you back here in just a minute. I'm just going to make these little lines. Alrighty friends, now that I've made my hill colors, I think that I'm going to go back and I'm going to add more purple to this side of the hill, and I'm going to add more blue to this one. So I'm going to speed up the video again, and I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, I'm back and I really like this way that this is starting to look. So when we come back, we will be painting the sky, the sun, and a little bit of the house. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, in this step what we're going to do is we are going to be painting the sun and the sky and some of the house. So I'm going to start out with my sun again. I am just making those little lines. I am not swirling my paintbrush around or up and down. I'm just going across. Just going across with my little lines. I think I might add a little bit of orange, a lighter orange, some little lines. And then I'm going to work on my sky. Okay, I'm going to maybe make the sky a little bit of a darker orange. And remember, I'm just using those little brush strokes that are going across, not up and down, just across. Alrighty friends, now that I have my orange down on my sky, on my sunset sky, I'm going to add a little bit of pink. I'm not going to fill up all the spaces with pink. I'm just going to put pink in a few little spots where I think that some pink might look really nice, because this is a sunset sky. And again, I'm using that sideways stroke. Alrighty friends, now this is starting to look really cool, especially if you look at it from a little bit of a distance. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down to my house, and I'm going to paint the roof of my house a red. So I'm going to use those strokes as well, just those sideways strokes. Alright, one last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of color down here in the grass, a little bit of an unexpected color. I'm going to use a light pink, and I'm just going to put it in certain spots. It's something that you don't normally see in grass, but I think because it's a sunset, I think that that'll look really cool. Alright, maybe I'll even put a little bit of orange. Alrighty friends, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I sure had fun with it. I hope that you had fun as well. I'll see you next time.